Good everyone, bonjour tout le monde, this is Roger and welcome to this new episode of Brothers in Arms. This episode will be our first episode on the ground where the 1st Special Service Force conducted their winter campaign. Where we are standing right now is the town of Provenzano. So it is from this location that they started their 2-day approach to the base of Monte la Defensa. So where we are standing right now is, it used to be like a MG42 machine gun nest. And there are machine gun nests like this on the base of Defensa all the way along with interlocking fire. The arcs of fire right where I'm standing right now would have been like Highway 6 and like to my right to that fence post, and the MG42 would cover the valley in front, and behind there would be a mortar pit that could be engaging the soldiers down in the valley. And this is from location like this that the 1st Regiment met devastating fire that resulted in 40% casualty rate. She's not easy. Je suis en train de monter un sentier le long de l'escarpement de la Defensa. C'est un sentier qui serait similaire à ce que le 2e Régiment aurait monté la journée du 2 décembre. So right now I'm at a place where the 2 scouts leading 2nd Regiment would have happened to arrive, and at the base of the cliff, and start looking for a route to climb the cliff. Maintenant, c'est le temps d'aller commencer l'escalade de la falaise. Lorsque les scouts sont arrivés, il y était 4. Il y avait les 2 scouts, sergent Van Ansdale et sergent Fenton, avec deux autres derrière eux, qui avaient les rouleaux de corde derrière. Et ce qu'il fallait faire, c'est commencer à escalader la falaise et que ce soit une route qui soit accessible, que 600 hommes sont capables de suivre derrière avec tout le matériel. Alors Fenton et Van Ansdale, c'est eux qui ont tracé la route pour le régiment pour monter. Now imagine doing this when it's pitch dark. It's like 11:30 at night. You've been hiking all day with all your gear, and now you gotta climb this unknown cliff in the dark and finding a good route. This must have been like an adrenaline rush. That's all I can say about that. Okay, so basically, as the scouts would come up, followed by 3 platoons, climbing the 2 lines. As I just said, 3 platoons would follow up the line, up this one, and the one on the other side, up the 2 lines. And then, from here, they would move to the departure line, down the plateau, approximately 200 to 300 meters, where the German bivouacs and the positions were. And they would set up under the cover of darkness. All they had was rocks and a couple bushes to hide behind, to get ready for when the morning comes to start the assault on the German positions. Tandis que la première lueur du matin apparaissait, les soldats allemands furent pris complètement par surprise. Une bataille sanglante s'ensuivit. Il ne suffit qu'environ 2 heures de combat acharné pour que les hommes du 2e régiment réussissent à capturer ce sommet qui aura arrêté l'avance d'une armée entière pendant l'espace d'un mois.
Well, my name's Tom MacWilliam. My father was Lieutenant Colonel Tom Cail MacWilliam, who was the battalion commander, 1st Battalion, 2nd Regiment, led the assault on La Defensa. Once the objective had been taken, our 2nd Battalion came up with Colonel Bob Moore, and they had a quick, Moore and my father had a quick meeting to say, okay, what's the next on the agenda? The second objective was Mount Remontana, but okay, what are we going to do? And it came down to who was commissioned first, and that was my dad, and so he assumed the responsibility for what was going to happen. Moore moved back to his battalion so that they could finish clearing any snipers or anything and secure the mountaintop, and the 1st Battalion formed up and were ready to move on to take Remontana. And just as they were getting ready, the order had been given to move out. A mortar shell came in and killed my father and his sergeant and wounded several other men. And of course, everything came to a grinding halt. And Frederick came up by then and sort of backed up that decision to wait.
So Tom, I understand there's the story that when your father was actually here and got killed by the mortar, he didn't know about something that was very important.
Apparently my mother had written to my dad to say she was pregnant, and of course he never got the letter. And following after the war, she had written to Ed Thomas, who Dad's executive officer, 2IC in Canadian terms, and who they were friends, and sort of said, you know, did Dad get the letter? And Ed was left with the, I don't know whether he told her or whether he lied. I don't know.
You don't, nobody knows.
No, I don't know that. So anyway, but he, at whatever it was, he did not know that my mother was pregnant with me. So yeah.
And here we are today.
Here we are
today. So we
today.
can tell him.
75 years plus later.
All right. Well, Tom, it was an honor, really a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
And I'm really happy that we can share this moment, this very special chair moment like this with you today. Comme vous pouvez voir, derrière moi, c'est la ligne de roche, le top de la montagne qui va jusqu'à Mont Remontana. Puis, il n'y a pas grand place où les soldats pouvaient se cacher quand ils faisaient leur assaut. Alors, il n'y avait pas de forêt, il n'y avait pas vraiment de place pour se dissimuler. Et puis, ils se faisaient tirer par le mortier, les mitrailleuses. Écoutez, on est dans les roches, dans les rochers. Puis, imaginez l'impact, les ricochets sur les roches. Et l'impact des bombes de mortier. Alors, pied par pied, ça a pris du 3 décembre jusqu'au 6 décembre, avant que le 2e régiment renforcé du 1er régiment et le 3e régiment puissent enfin capturer le top de Mont Remontana. Je me trouve en ce moment à l'entrée d'une caverne. C'est ici qu'il y avait la zone de triage. La caverne à l'époque était probablement... C'est pas mal effondré en ce moment. Puis il y a du remblai dedans. Mais à l'époque, c'était assez grand que ça donnait une place pour se dissimuler, pour pouvoir mettre les blessés ici puis faire le triage avant de les descendre en bas de la montagne. 3rd Regiment was tasked to be, you know, the supply regiment, and they were tasked to be like the mules, basically, that would bring in supplies to the top of the mountain so 2nd Regiment, so 2nd Regiment can carry on with the assault. And then their task after where they had brought all the supplies up the mountain would be to take the wounded, the casualties, and put them on the stretchers and bring them down the mountain to the base field hospital. We're just been here like a few hours, walking up and down the trails and just looking down on the ground. Like we would keep finding stuff. And Angelo's wife, actually, Mary, just found that like 2 minutes ago on the ground. Crazy. Hi everyone, so right now we are at the monastery of Caspoli, and I've been told by Angelo and his son Federico that after the Battle of Defensa, the bodies were taken from the top of the mountain and brought to this location before they were brought to the cemetery. And this place was very special because it's a lot of our soldiers that died in the Battle of Monte la Defensa. Their bodies rested here for a while before they were finally laid to rest. Le 8 décembre, après avoir été remplacé par le 142e régiment d'infanterie, le 2e régiment commença sa longue marche vers la vallée. Au moment où les membres de la force spéciale quittèrent les monts de La Defensa et Rametania, le total des morts et blessés de leur baptême de feu équivalèrent presque à un régiment complet, c'est-à-dire 600 hommes. I hope you really enjoyed this episode of Brothers in Arms First Specials of His Force. For Brothers in Arms, this is Roger. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes to come. Till then, fair winds, soft landings, everyone. Airborne!